Greetings, 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 greetings. Osio, Mabriqua, Polito, Sakpase, what the deal is. Wagwan. Brothers and sisters, what it is, what it is, what it is, man. Let's get into a quick build right now. We're about to get into a build. We definitely, I gotta talk to you guys about, this experience today. So let me give you guys some time to get on, but in the meantime, I want to give thanks to the Great Spirit, give thanks to, Mother God for another beautiful continuation. Give thanks to my spiritual parents. Man, like I said before, we definitely need some intervention from our ancestors because, I'm telling you, if we don't step up, there's no hope. There's literally no hope. I'm going to tell y'all about my day today, but I'm going to give, like I said, I'm going to give you guys some more time to get into the build because this is serious, man. This is serious. And for all those of us, I mean, including myself, right? It's okay to do videos. It's okay to post things on Facebook, but let me tell y'all something. All the posting and all the teaching, man, we gotta put our feet on the ground. It's time for some action. Okay? People who gotta learn, they're gonna have to learn a little later. Because those of us who know, it's time to get into some action. Like for real. Because it's serious out here, man. It's hectic. You know what I mean? I don't know how, I'm not gonna put out there in the universe, but Facebook, sometimes I don't know if it's my internet connection, the live normally get cut off. So I'm gonna try to see to get in as much as I can before that happens, right? But I just came from an event in Washington, D.C. Now I'm still not 100%. A bug was trying to shut me down, and I've been drinking a lot of bush tea from Yard, you know what I mean? From the islands, and I'm still recuperating. So if in between, I cough once or twice, pardon me in advance. But to me, it was really important, to go make my presence felt, because not too many of us, walk around looking like me every day. Even those of us who know who we are, we still don't represent. Like real talk. It don't have to be that complicated. Okay? I make my own stuff. Like I'm literally gonna keep it real with y'all. Okay? This headband right here, I went on Amazon and I got a bed set. Okay? That may sound funny to y'all, but I get creative. Okay? This pancho right here, all right, it's literally a bed set. That is the blanket, and that's the pillowcase, and I have another one. Okay, I cut the pillowcase and I made a headband, and I just stick my feathers in my head. All right, now the blanket, I went to a tailor and I said, hey, listen, I would like you to make me a pancho. He said, cool. He made the pancho. He put some some fringes on there, and look, I got a pancho. You see what I'm saying? It's literally a bed set. So all I'm just saying is, you all could get creative. It's not that difficult to get creative and wear you. You feel me? Because not enough of us is doing that. I see a lot. I see a lot of people posting, and we Aborigines and we Indians and we this and that, but y'all still look like African Americans. Y'all still look like so-called black people. You feel me? And the reason why I'm saying that is not that, this makes me an Aborigine. That's not what it means. But before I open my mouth, people already know that I'm not black. They already know that I'm not African American. So I'm already making a statement even before I open my mouth. Because, for the most part, silence is golden. And that's how I flow. That's how I rock. And that's my energy is so strong. I'm telling you, like, I just came from an event, and literally practically everybody that's there want to take pictures with me. You know what I mean? And I'm telling you that for a reason. Okay? Because the event that I just came from in Washington, D.C. is all about politics. And you have to be there, okay, to witness it for yourself. Okay? the script of coming in with the suits and playing to the people, and we're going to change your life, and we're going to give you everything you want. And they just sound so sincere. Okay? Now, I'm led to believe that the majority of these people, I've come to a few conclusions. It's either they know and they are misleading the people, or they don't know, because there got to be some good actors. I mean, I know they're actors because that's why they pass acts, right? Congress passed acts. So for there to be an act, there have to be an actor. So I know they're actors. But I'm talking about, man, Denzel ain't got nothing on these people because they sound so convincing. Like they could literally, they want to change your life. They want to impeach Trump. I mean, listen, man, this is a tug of war, okay? It's a tug of war in Washington. And it's all about winning and losing. They want the people to think that they're on the people's side. Now, don't get me wrong. There may be one or two that's genuinely want to make a change, and I feel that energy. But my thing is, this tug of war have been going on for so long, and we're still in the predicament that we are in today. You feel me? So I'm thinking to myself that we, the ones who know that we American Aborigines, the one that know that we are the American Indians, we have to step up and make that change, because nobody's going to save us. Nobody's going to do it for us, okay? And yes, all the posting on Facebook is good. All the YouTube videos is good. That's fine and well. People want to learn, that's fine and well. That's all good. But we, those that know and that are ready to step up, we need to step up right now, ASAP, okay? It is imperative that we step up on the platform and let these people know we are here, okay? Because things are changing so fast. Before we know it, we're going to end up in a situation that is going to be a whole lot more difficult to get out of. Mark my words, because I'm a visionary, okay? I see it coming because they're pushing. Al Sharpton was there. I mean, they had the whole, a lot of Democratic congressmen was there, and a few interesting things happened, okay? A lot of people are coming asking me, hey, brother, both men and women, elders, middle age and young, can I take a picture with you? And I said, sure, it's not a problem. But here's the interesting thing. When they ask me, they say, you American Indian? I say, yeah. They ask me what tribe. When I tell them what tribe, yeah, they always say, oh, you know what? My grandmother said I was this. My grandmother said I was that. Now, if your grandmother told you this and your grandmother told you that, why are you here at an event pushing Black and African American and we came from slaves? Now, it's either you're confused or you know and you're playing the game, or you just don't know, period. Okay? Because I had a conversation with one sister. She said that I think I'm 12% American Indian and then the rest is African. But she's from Virginia. So in my mind, but I didn't get into a deep conversation because that wasn't the time or the place. Sometimes you have to pick your battles, right? I just have to respect her. But how can you be 12% Indian and the rest is African when the truth of the matter is these Africans didn't come here like that? The majority of these so-called Black people that came here, they didn't come from Africa. It's only a handful came from Africa, okay? They came from Scotland, Ireland, Britain, and all these places, and Portugal. Only a handful came from Africa. So how do you know for a fact that you are African? Because you see, that was what was taught. And it's so sad, man. Like, it is, and I'm here sitting, and I'm just looking at my people, the sheep, okay, being slaughtered. And it's painful, and I'm hearing about the Black and the African American, and something in me want to stand up and say, stop playing the games with the people. But I had to maintain my composure. Secret Service was there. I didn't want to get kicked out. You know what I'm saying? So I spoke to a few people, on the side. Those those who came to me and talked to me, let them know, hey, you know what? We are the Aboriginals, blase, 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 blah, right? Now, here's a few more interesting things. Like I said, man, we gotta make some moves, man. We gotta make some moves because this is ridiculous. I'm telling you, It's ridiculous because they are pushing the black, they are pushing the African American, they are pushing we came from slaves. They're talking about reparations, which they're never gonna get. How can you get reparations for something you can't prove? How are you gonna get reparations for something you can't prove? And when you talk about, ADOS, the ADOS, when you talk about that, who are you talking about? Because Caucasians are also Africans, and they were the first slaves. So don't be surprised and get mad if they are the ones who get reparations, because they are the real Africans. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, our people, man, like, I'm trying to figure out what's going on. But let me show y'all something. All right, this gentleman here. Let me get this phone real quick. He's part of the Black Caucus. Now, for those of you who don't know what Black Caucus means, or what caucus means, how I know these people know who we are, and I have proof of that. We're going to look at the etymology of the word caucus, because it was years ago, all right? And I'm meditating, like real talk, true story. I'm meditating, and I'm asking myself, how is that? Because when I grew up in the islands, right? And we didn't call ourselves black. It's only when I came into the mainland, I heard people calling themselves black, and that kind of threw me off, because we were not taught that, okay? We were not taught we were African American or African Caribbean either. We were not taught that, period. When I was growing up, they taught us in school that we were Amerindians, all right? American Indian, put the two words together, and we were Amerindians. That's what I was taught. Okay, it's only when I came into the United States, I started hearing this stuff about Africa and black and all that. I never heard that in the islands. Real talk, true story. Okay, so I'm thinking to myself, Black Caucus, like, I know black means dead, and I'm talking about years ago, because I'm looking at my skin, I'm not black, okay? I'm copper-toned. The people they found here in the Americas when they came, all right? So with that being said, I'm like, hold up, caucus. I know, without looking at the etymology of caucus, I know caucus is, the dung of a donkey. I think that's what, or some dead animal is called a caucus. So I'm like, why would this congressional people call themselves Black Caucus? That's like two negatives. So the Spirit led me to go look at the etymology of caucus. So we're going to read the etymology of caucus, just to prove to you that these people know, and they're playing games with the people, because I wanted to give them the benefit of the doubt. And I have more proof today that solidify exactly what I'm talking about. So let us look at the etymology of caucus, and I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it in the description for you guys. Okay? And we're going to read it together, because this is ridiculous, man. Like, for real, it's ridiculous. Now, let me see. Give me a second here. Let me just pull that up. Caucus, the etymology of caucus. Okay? Right here. And see, go back to the live, put that in here. All right, hit enter. Let's read the etymology of caucus real quick. It's in the description, so you guys could read it along too as well. Okay? Caucus, a noun, private meeting of party leaders or local voters, 1773. Now, brothers and sisters, okay, 1773. Think about what I'm saying, the word caucus, the etymology of the word caucus. If you don't know what etymology means, etymology is the origin of a word, the root of the word, the foundation of the word, not the definition, but the meaning. A definition and a meaning is two different things. The meaning is the root, the foundation, the origin. Okay? And definition is based on context. Peep the game. Caucus, noun, private meeting of party leaders or local voters, 1763. American English, New England, perhaps from an Algonquin word caucasu, a counselor, an elder, an advisor in the dialect of Virginia. And this congressman is from Virginia, one of the biggest congressmen in the Black Caucus. And when he was talking today, I'm going to show you his picture. And that's how I know these people know who we are, but they're put in place to mislead the people. Now, I'm not saying him per se, okay? Because I don't want nobody coming after me, all right? Say I'm spreading rumors. I'm just letting you know what transpired, right? This gentleman right here, you guys probably know him, all right? But he's part of the Congressional Black Caucus, okay? If you guys know him, let me know. I forgot his name though. I forgot his name. But if you guys know who he is, let me know, okay? But he's from Virginia, okay? Now, here's the interesting thing about this. When he was talking, they're all talking about the black and the African, but when he was talking, he spoke of a friend of his that he introduced. Now, the friend didn't come up. He just gave him a shout out, right? And he said, man, listen, that's my friend. We go way back. And the interesting thing that he said, I don't know who else caught it, but I'm shocked. He said, man, my friend I know for all my life, that's like one of my best friends. And let me tell y'all something. Oh, he could speak some Gula Geechee. And as soon as he said that, they went back to the black. And nobody caught that. Okay? I don't know who else caught it. I don't know if the people that I went with, my brother and my sister, caught it, but I caught it. You see what I'm saying? So my thing is, you know that you're an Aboriginal. You know that you're American Indian. But why you there pushing the black and the African American? And it wouldn't click in the people's mind. Well, what do you mean they speak Gula Geechee? Nobody was asking these questions. It didn't dawn on anybody. You feel me? So at the end of the day, man, I'm not saying that, I don't want to put it out there. And for me, I don't want to spread no propaganda, but I'm just telling you based on my experience. These people know exactly who we are. They know we didn't come here on no damn slave ships from Africa. They know that for a fact. A lot of them know that. Okay? For real. And this is a true story. He said it. Man, he could speak a mean Gula Geechee. But then 2 seconds later, y'all jumping back into the black and African American. And y'all trying to impeach Trump. What is that going to do? It's a business. Okay, it's like if the president, the CEO of a business is not doing what he's supposed to do, then they could fire him. So they just give it a special word called what, impeachment. It's a corporation. How many CEOs get fired from their position because they're not doing their job? So I'm thinking it's all politics, man. It's all a game. And the truth of the matter is, the majority of the people that's in the crowd just sitting around waiting for a savior, waiting for these people to save them. Okay? They're black and they're proud. Every organization is about black. Every organization is about Africa. You know what I'm saying? So I'm asking myself, where is the hope? Who's going to step up, okay, and say, nah, enough is enough? You feel me? That's not who we are. Now, don't get me wrong. Some people might as well be Africans. I don't know. I'm not here to judge that. You feel me? But for those of us who know that we American Aborigines, what are we doing? Where is our voice? You feel me? And this is what this build is about. It's about our voice, okay? It's about who's willing to stand and walk the walk instead of being on Facebook debating back and forth, okay? America was moo, America was this. I don't give a damn. Moo is a cow. That's the sound cows make. Moo. Okay, I don't care about that. I don't want to get into these debates about what it used to be called. Who cares? Because I could go back to a time when it wasn't called anything. So who cares what it's called today? The point is, this is our home, it's our land, it's our birthright. What are we going to do about it? That's my question. Because we spend too much time about what it's called. Okay? Too many people trying to be, intellectual scholars. Man, listen, if we can't get on the ground and do what we got to do, we might as well put our hands up and say it's a wrap and call it a wrap. We might as well give up. We might as well give up, because trust me, moves are being made to change our lives, and we don't have a say about it. So that means whatever decisions is made, whatever bills are passed, okay, and it passed through legislation, it's going to affect all of us. Just like it's going to affect these black people, these African Americans, and these Caucasians, these Mexicans, and everybody else. It's going to affect us the same way. You know why? Because we don't have a voice. We don't have a seat at the table. We are not stepping up. We rather stay on Facebook and debate back and forth about what America used to be called. You feel me? Who cares? And I always ask these scholars a few questions. Okay? What does a lion call Mother Earth? What does an elephant call it? What does an alligator call it? What does a rabbit call it? Not a damn thing. All they do is just exist. Okay? Who cares what it's called? My question to you is this. Do you have freedom on your land? Are you paying rent? Are you paying student loans? Are you paying for health insurance? When you travel the streets, are the cops bothering you? Huh? Are they forcing vaccinations on you? Are you being targeted because of the way you look? We all have the same problems. So why can't we focus on the problems that we have instead of focusing on the differences that we have? Yes, I post provocatory posts. Yes, I do that for a reason, for people to start thinking for themselves. But at the end of the day, I go in the streets and I make moves. I walk the walk. I don't just talk it. And nobody could say that Chief Kalinago don't do what he say he's going to do. Because if you go back and you look at all my videos on YouTube, you'll see that I'm in the streets. I was one of the first ones in Chicago going in the streets telling people that they was indigenous. Real talk. I had never seen it before I did it. So I'm not here looking for any accolades. I'm just saying that we have to take some action. We have to stand up as the Aborigines of this land. All right? You have every other ethnic group coming here setting up shop. And all we're doing is talking about it. Dogging them. Talking bad about them. Why? They see an opportunity. Hey, if you don't want it, somebody's going to take it. You feel me? It's like going into a movie theater to see a movie. Right? You go and you pay your fare, you sit down after the movie is done, you leave. Somebody else is going to come in your seat. So what we need to do now is get the movie theater so we control who's coming to sit in the movie theater. All right? We have to step up as the original people of this land and let these people know we are here. Okay? These people work for us. They work for the public, the people. You feel me? Too many people are sitting at home afraid. You are their bosses. The police, everybody work for you. They all work and act in a fiduciary position. That means you are the boss. That's why they're called public servants. So if we, as the indigenous people of this land, you know what I mean, we know so much, why aren't we stepping up? Why are we always trying to prove to each other who know more and who's more educated and who got more information? Why does it always have to be a competition between us when the real competition is out there? We got to get on the playing field. It's the only way we're going to win. You sitting at your house behind a computer typing, cursing the brother out because he might be light skinned, or he might be too dark, or his hair might not be curly enough, or whatever it is. Everybody have a right to self-identify. You don't know the person's lineage. You don't know who they are. I mean, you have Aborigines who are light-skinned because, yes, there was some mixing, but their mother is Aboriginals. So if they came from the womb of the Aboriginal woman, I don't care how light you are, you're still an Aborigine. Why are we focusing on these things? And you have a lot of people that's only focusing on that. But they're still paying rent. They're still paying car insurance. You know, and then we have $5 Indians going to school for free, getting free education, getting checks every month. I mean, come on. And I'm not saying that their life is grand. I'm not saying that. But the point I'm trying to make is we, as the original people of the land, everybody's living the American dream, but we seem to be living in nightmare. You feel me? Why can't we unite? What is the problem? What is the problem? That's what I want to know. And it's okay to point out, and don't get me wrong, I do it too, so I'm guilty of that as well. I get on here, I post things, yes. There is a reason for that. Okay, because not everybody who look like us is us. And a lot of people are put in our mix, okay, to cause division. They know we are Aborigines, but they want to dissect us in all these different groups to divide and conquer. Again, that whole strategy all over again. And my thing is, if we know we American Aborigines, why can't we just rock with that? The Australian Aborigines are doing good. The Canadian Aborigines are doing good. So why can't we follow suit and do the same thing? Our women and children are being picked up in the streets, human trafficking, okay, organ harvesting, forcing vaccinations on our people, right? Because black people don't have no rights. They don't have no rights. They don't exist. So they cannot pass any laws. They cannot make any, they think they're making a change. No, they're not. It's an illusion, okay? So-called black people think they're citizens of the United States. They cannot be citizens of the United States. How can you be a citizen of the United States when the Dred Scott case was never appealed? The Dred Scott case was never appealed, okay? And it clearly states that no one, absolutely no one from African descent could never be a citizen of the United States. When are these so-called black people going to get this? You have no rights. You are seeking civil rights, but you're not a civilian. So you are chasing an illusion. And the people in power, or so-called power, they know they're playing you because their pockets got to get fatter. Pardon me, right? And we, so-called American Indians, we're not citizens either, okay? Because of the Indian Citizen Act of 1924, it clearly states that the United States made all of us Indians citizens. But there's a provision. Provided that it doesn't impair. You know what impair means? Okay? It doesn't impair our way of life as Indians. Meaning that, do you have your language? Do you have your land? Do you have your culture? We don't have any of that. So by default, we are not United States citizens. So even us Aboriginals, we're stateless as well. Unless we step up and make a claim, all right, and say, well, this is who we are. So stop looking down on so-called black people and dogging them out, and African Americans dogging them out when y'all in the same damn position. Now, I know that's going to ruffle a lot of feathers, but I'm only here to speak truth, all right? I cannot be fake about it because there's no fake bone in my body. I'm going to tell you exactly how it is because I'm going to keep it 100, all right? So we are in the same position as everybody else because we don't have a body politic, okay? Who do we have in Congress, or who do we have in legislative positions to make decisions that's going to affect us in a positive way? Who's our voice? Who? So why are we on here? And don't get me wrong, like I said, I do it too. So why are we, I'm going to include myself, why are we on here getting on black people, getting on African Americans when we're in the same damn position? Let me ask you a question. What's our nationality? Huh? Do we have a nation? You feel me? Because nationality deals with nations. And for all you damn Moors going around talking about Moorish American, that's not a nationality. Okay? That's not a nationality. Show me a country or a nation called Moor. I'm tired of playing the games, man. For real. We got to stop playing the games. We have to. Because this is serious business, man. Our children are dying. Our elders are suffering. And we over here playing semantics. And we playing games. I don't care if you call it M-O-O-R or M-U-U-R. I don't give a damn. It's still not a nation. It's not a nationality. So I don't care what you call it. It doesn't make a difference. Y'all just want to be on here sounding all smart and intelligent. Do you know what the etymology of smart is? It means painful. And that's why you're in pain right now. Because y'all are smart. Just too smart for your own good. When are we going to come together and say, man, enough is enough. Let's stop playing the games. Okay? Because if we are, we have, for one, we are not registered as Americans. Our nationality is actually American. All right? But here's the thing. America is a continent. The United States is not America. So we have to step up and put something in place to solidify who we are as a people. You feel me? That's what we have to do. Just like the Australian Aborigines did. Even if Australian Aborigines is not a nation per se, but they are a people. You see what I'm saying? So hence, they could fall under the umbrella of indigenous people. You don't have to be a nation to be recognized. However, you could be indigenous and be internationally recognized. Okay? So there's many ways to skin a cat. But the problem is you can't find the cat. You don't know where the cat is. Well, I'm showing you the cat. Okay? It's time for us to skin the cat. So let's stop playing the games. Let's stop playing that. For real. We have to stop playing the games. Anything else that you're pushing that you can't go anywhere and find a nation or a country is a facade. It's an illusion. I don't care how much law you know. I don't care how many statutes you know. Okay? If you don't have a nation, then it's not a nationality. And I dare anybody to prove me wrong on that. It's not a nationality. Okay? Calling yourself Blackfoot or Cherokee, Anion-Wea, okay? That's not a nationality either, unless you create a nation. Okay? That's when it becomes a nationality. So we have to put this in perspective, and we have to get it right. My thing is, there is enough of us who know, not think, who know that we American Aborigines that could step up and make a change. Okay? We don't need all those on YouTube with all the thousands and thousands and thousands of views that's doing it for self. That's doing it for personal gain. I know exactly who they are. We don't need them. Okay? We don't need a whole lot of people. I have seen one man and one woman change entire systems, change entire countries. Okay? All it takes is one. We have to start somewhere. So what are we going to do about it? When are we going to stop talking? When are we going to stop posting? Every time there's an event, I make my face be shown in my feathers, letting them know I'm here to represent my ancestors. Okay? Not everybody here is black. Not everybody here is from Africa. Okay? I'm making that statement, and they know. So we got to do something. We have to do something, like I said. And I don't really care about 2020. You know, I'm not here to promote any type of fear. Well, in 2020, if you don't do this, this is that. Man, listen. There's no such thing as time. Okay? We have all the time in the world to play around if we want to. But we also have all the time in the world to step up and do something. Okay? And there's no better time than the present. You don't have to wait until Christmas to start unwrapping gifts. You are the gift. You are the present. We are in the present. Why can't we start tomorrow? Like I said, I can't do this alone, man. I can't do it alone. And you have other groups, you know, who are not from here, who's not indigenous to this land, coming here and setting up nations. I mean, it bothers me, but should I be mad? Should I be mad? Now, if I walk down the street and I see this charger, right? That means the charger is abandoned. Do you know that there are abandoned laws? That if there's land that's abandoned, anybody could claim the land? Anybody. They don't have to be aboriginals. They don't have to be indigenous. All they could do is do a quick claim, all right, and say the land is abandoned and take the land. So if I'm walking down the street and this is your charger and you're ignoring it and I find it, why you want to get mad? Why are you going to get mad if you're not doing anything with it? So we cannot get mad at people who are coming here doing everything that we're supposed to be doing. The Asians, the Arabs, the Africans, the Caucasians, everybody is on our land eating. They're getting fat while we over here looking like, you know, we anorexic because we ain't eating right. Okay? We're not eating right. So we got to do something about this because everything is an illusion. Everything that you're paying for is not real. It's fake. Okay? Because the money's not real. It's your energy that's backing it up. It's not backed by gold. It's not backed by silver. It's your energy that's backing everything up. It's your energy. Okay? So we cannot wait for our families. You cannot wait for your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother to wake up. For what? It is not their time. So don't get mad. Sometimes we have to walk away and do what we have to do. I know it's hard. I know it's tough. Okay? And that's why I want to put some things in place because I don't think it's right to ask people to live their families because their families are not getting it, and then where are they going to go? So we have to start putting some things in place. So when these people are ready to unplug, we have to set up Zion. Think of the matrix again. Okay? When you step into the matrix, you got to deal with the agents. That's fine. You step into the matrix with your juristic person, right? But when you go back into Zion, you're indigenous. So we have to set it up. It's imperative that we set that up because too many of our women and children are dealing with situations that they're not supposed to be dealing with. And we as men, it's our duty to protect our women and children. I don't care if they're not our children. I don't care if they're not our women. It's our job and our duty to protect our women and children. That's our duty. Because they're targets. Yes, we targets too. You know what I mean? But if we come together, that's the whole thing. You see, when we come together, we are a force to reckon with. All right? Where 1, 2, or 3 is gathered in our ancestors' midst, our ancestors will be with us. We have nothing to be afraid of. Okay? I mean, the illusion is over. We know who we are. And they know once we know who we are, we got the spirits of our ancestors in us. Do you know what it means to be an American Indian? Man, you're a natural warrior by birth. That's in your blood. Okay? Why do you think they call us savages? And they had to tame the wild savages of the wilderness. Why do you think they had to come give us Christian and Islam and all these things? Why do you think they had to come give us those religions? Because we were wild. Okay? We were wild. Okay? That's why when they did the Reclassification Act, they made it illegal for you to call yourself an Indian or even give your child an Indian name. Walter Plecker was one of the culprits, okay? Was one of the progenitors. Okay, in that part, he played in eugenics. Because they know the mere fact that we know we're Indians, they know that spirit is going to come back in us. And they know Indians don't give a damn. They know that. They know them while Indians don't care. Because when we believe in something and we know something, we're going to fight for it. They know that. You feel me? Do you think Bloods and Crips, with all these little gangs, do you think they're doing things that our ancestors didn't do? That's a clan. Blood is a clan. Crip is a clan. That's what we did. We were part of clans. But they're just misguided. Okay? They're misguided, thinking that they are each other's enemies. It's the same game that was played on us. They turned us against each other. So we have to start letting these things go, man. Letting go the animosity we have towards each other. I mean, I see brothers on the internet dogging out women. Like, who does that in 2019? Who does that in 2019? Like, seriously. And we still have sisters dogging brothers out. Like, yo, like, when are we going to get it, man? When? I mean, I'm honestly asking, is there any hope for us? How much longer are we going to continue to live this life of always being at the bottom? When are we going to get a seat at the table? Do you know when? When we decide. We have to make that decision. Nobody's going to make it for us. It's really sad. Like I said, today was, I mean, I've been to a few of those events, but today was different. Don't get me wrong. I had a great time. Okay. I went with my brother and my sister. We had a great time. It got a little boring at some point, you know, certain speakers was boring as hell. But in the interim of all that, I had a great time. Honestly, I did. So there's no regrets. But the mere fact that I know that this gentleman knows, because he's part of the Black Caucus, that's number one. And then he mentioned Gula Geechee. I know he knows. But then you have the sheep that's there, speaking black and African American, and we slaves. Man, like, how do you sleep at night? How do you sleep at night when you know you're deceiving people? Man, I don't have the heart for that. Like, seriously, you know what I'm saying? I can't do it, man. So I'm asking y'all, man, like, where do we go from here, man? Like, where do we go? Where do we go? What do we do? You feel me? Are we gonna continue to just stay on Facebook and just stay on the internet? Like, what's the plan? Huh? You know, you see what I'm saying? Like, what are we gonna do? I'm willing to make an attempt to bring those of us that know together, okay, but you have to be willing to walk the walk. I can't do it alone. All right? There's 3.3 acres of land in North Carolina. I called the people, right? And they want $15,000 for that, which is cool because it has a creek, it has some farmland and everything. But they sent me another email with 10 acres for $20,000. It also has a creek, it has some farmland, and they want me to come see. So I'm thinking, if we're gonna spend $15,000 for 3.5 acres, we might as well just put another 5,000 and boom, get the 10 acres. So now we have 10 acres of land. We could definitely put at least 100 families, if not 150 families, on 10 acres and live comfortably and still have enough room to grow food. I mean, let's do the math. 100 of us, 150 of us, even 200 of us come up with that 20 grand. Now, some people may say, well, you know what, Chief, it's our land. We ain't got to buy it. Well, yes, we do, because we got to start somewhere. We have to start somewhere, family. Okay? Because a lot of the land, yes, it's ours that's in trust. A lot of that land was traded. Okay? It was traded. And the United States bought it from a lot of those different tribes. Yes, they tricked them into selling it, all right? And I'm certainly sure they didn't get what it was worth. So we cannot make a claim saying that it's stolen land. No, they bought it. That's facts. Deals were made. Yes, there was a lot of crookery. That's true. But there were deals that were made through treaties, all right? So now the only claim that we could really make is that the price that was paid for the land, okay, it wasn't just. It wasn't just and fair compensation. Now we could challenge that. But it's going to be tough to challenge saying that they didn't pay for the land. Some of them paid $1. Just for Manhattan alone, if I'm not mistaken, they paid $24. Okay, the Seneca Village. So a lot of our ancestors got tricked into selling their land. So I'm saying, let's start somewhere. I don't care if we have to buy, because you see, we're thinking of the money as being real. The money is not real. So if the money is an illusion, why don't we use the money to get some real property? Okay? And we got to stop thinking we can't trust each other. That's why, hence, there is something called a trust. You're already in a trust. I've already broken that down to you. All of us, we are in a trust called In God We. That is the name of the trust. You see on the dollar bill, they're making you think In God We trust. It's a Sky Daddy. No, that is the name of the trust. The name of the trust is In God We. Trust. That's the name of the trust. And they are the trustees. And they also make themselves the beneficiaries. So you see how the people are being tricked? So you're already in a trust. However, it's like whenever you have a trust, you could take property, you could take real property and make a transfer. It's called funding the trust. So now what we could do is we could get our 10 acres, create a trust, all right? And we could put ourselves in the trust. And we all become the beneficiaries. So there's no need for anybody to mistrust anybody, because anybody who put a bread to get the land, they will be a beneficiary. Okay? So we gotta stop thinking we can't trust each other. That's what a trust is for. So that you could sleep at night and knowing that you have equity in that land. And whenever you have equity, you could never be a debtor, because that means you have credit. Brothers and sisters, they are taking the dollar bill slowly and slowly, but surely. A lot of stores already not taking cash. Okay? A lot of the Easy Pass and the tolls, they're not taking cash. One or two things. They have the Easy Pass, or they're going to bill you, send it to your house. But cash is slowly but surely fading away. For all those of you who think that money is God, you're going to learn the hard way. You are going to learn the hard way. And y'all going to say, man, Chief Kalanago been telling us that for years. And we never believed him. We never listened. Now, when they take the dollar bill away from you, I want to see what you're going to do. You see what I'm saying? Because they will give you another form of currency, but it's going to be another illusion, because it still have no value. So you are still going to be a slave to the system. Okay? So I'm telling you what I can't tell you. I'm advising us. Okay? Let's be proactive. Let us start getting some real property. Let us start getting some ownership. Let us start getting some land. Let us start growing our own food. Let us start doing. I've been talking about that for a long time. I got into a situation where I was really trying to make it happen, and the brothers that I got in it with, they got jealous. Okay? And they shut everything down by spreading propaganda. But you know what? My ancestors are always on my side, and they made the truth come to light. And they started telling people, oh, I was a fraud in doing this and I was doing that. But the ancestors brought everything to light. And everybody who thought it was me came back and apologized. Even one of the brothers that was spreading the propaganda, when that other brother he was with turned on him, he came back and apologized to me. Because you see me, I'm a man of integrity. All right? I'm a man that walks in the light. So my ancestors are always going to let my light shine. You feel me? But I know we got to do something. If we don't do something, I mean, anything is better than nothing. And to me, that's a great start. If we could get that 10 acres, put it in a trust. Now we are actually on our own land. We in our own jurisdiction. That's what all this is about. Jurisdiction. Okay? Because you are in their codes. They get to control your life. Okay? Man, like, well, I know, Willie, you ask, and I just explained that to you. Why do we have to buy back the land? We may not have to buy all of it back. Okay? But let us start somewhere. Because like I said before, the land was bargained off. A lot of our ancestors, and it may not be our immediate ancestors. It could have been people who infiltrated. Typical example, right? People think Anion-We and Cherokee is the same. No, it's not. And this girl wanted to argue with me and tell me it was and debate. I said, listen, sis, don't do it. But when people think they know, that's the problem. All right? Cherokee is new. Anion-We is the original name, which is the principal people. Okay? So the Anion-We was and is the Aborigines. But when the infiltration came, okay, by setting up the 13 colonies, by those so-called black nobles that came here, okay, they created a Cherokee nation. So a lot of people think it's Caucasian people. That's why when I see people talking about, oh, the white man is the devil and the white man is the beast, shut the hell up. Y'all don't know what y'all talking about. I'm not saying I trust them. I'm not saying that. And I'm not saying they're not guilty as well. They just took over the game. But peep the game. The people who set up the 13 colonies, they look just like us. They came here and set it up. They was from Britain, Scotland, Ireland, and Portuguese. All right? They were the ones who set up the 13 colonies. They was the ones who set up the civilized tribes. All right? Because the uncivilized ones, they wanted to remain savages. Like me. Okay? I have the spirit of those that did not want to be recognized. That's the spirit that I have. So when they realized that that was going on, they said, okay, you know what, man? We have to create our own thing. So they bought a few of the chiefs, especially those that infiltrated. All right? And they created the civilized tribes. So you have to know what's going on. So that's how they were able to bargain with those chiefs to buy the land for next to nothing. So the truth of the matter is, yes, we may have to buy some of it back until we're able to grow in number so we could bring claims. All right? So we could bring claims. But the BIA is the gatekeeper, the Bureau of Indian Affairs. They don't show us no love. They don't show us no respect. They're looking out for the $5 Indians. They're looking out for the natives. You feel me? So we have to start setting up our own foundation. We have to have our own Bureau of Indian Affairs. Okay? We have to have our own land. So I'm saying, why not start small? Start small. 10 acres. We come together, we get that. We create a trust. Everybody that put in to get the land, they will be a beneficiary. Okay? And that's what we do. So now we have 10 acres, that's ours. We get to create our own township. You see what I'm saying? In our township, we get to have our own police. In our township, we get to have our own courts. The Jews do it. The Mormons do it. The Amish do it. Everybody does it. So, you know why we can't do it? Because the majority of us trying to do it while we black or we African American. You can't do that. But as the indigenous people of the land, we have every single right to do that. Okay? So right now, this is a call to action. I'm just seeking people who are ripe, not people who are right. Because people who are right could end up being wrong. Okay? I'm going to repeat myself. I'm not looking for people who are right, because people who are right, presenting the right circumstances, they could be wrong. Okay? But I'm looking for people who are ripe. Ripe. R-I-P-E. Okay? R-I-P-E. I'm looking for people who are ripe. Because in nature, there's no right and wrong. There's only ripe and green. And if a fruit is ripe, it could never be unripe. Okay? So I'm looking for people who are ripe and ready to stand up and make some things happen. Okay? We'll set up a trust. We'll open up an account. We'll have a treasurer. I mean, everything will be done with transparency. Okay? And we build as a community, as a village, as a family, as a people. How can we expect it to reclaim our continent, but we can't even get 10 acres? Like, people are always chasing this illusion. You know what I mean? I'm a realist. I want to take things in increments, okay? And we get 10 acres, we set that up. Brothers and sisters see, man, listen, this thing is popping. Guess what? Now we just created a model. Now we have a franchise. We're showing other brothers and sisters how to do the same thing. I mean, life could be so simple, but we rather make it hard. You know why? Because, we can't trust each other. That's what they taught us. But yet still, you trust them because you are in their trust. They are your trustee. That's why they could take your children. That's why they could pull you into the courts. It's all a game. And you're playing the game very well. It's an act. And they all actors. This whole politics thing is not real. It's an illusion. Okay? They're playing with people's emotions. All right? So, again, I like I told y'all before, I bought the domain names, okay? AmericanAborigines.com, AmericanAborigines.org, and AmericanAborigine.us. All right? I'm going to work on the website, and those of you who want to be a part of this, at least to start something, all right? Let me know, and we could set the foundation, all right? And we could make something happen. I'm planting the seed. I'm taking the initiative to plant the seed, all right? Because I don't see anybody else doing it. And I'm just being honest. I don't see anybody else doing it, okay? Because if they were, and it was effective, so many people wouldn't be still seeking, all right? I want us to create something that's solid, something that's tangible, something that our people could see and feel, okay? And even within our trust, all our businesses will be ran through our trust, okay? So we wouldn't have anything attached to our names, okay? Possess it all, but don't own anything. That's just the game. That's just the game that they play, all right? Possession is what? 9/10 of the law, okay? So we're not going to own anything. The trust is going to own everything. All we're doing is just operating. We're just administrators. That's it. That's what they're doing to us. So why can't we learn and implement? It's all about application. You have so many scholars out there, but they're not applying anything. They want to be scholars on Facebook. And the truth of the matter is they don't know a damn thing. Because if they did, they would have already done it. You feel me? So once again, man, I'm not going to apologize for being blunt. It's called tough love. Because I see what's happening to our people. And it's not a game. All right? It is serious business out here. All right? I've seen some videos of sisters running for their lives because people are trying to pull them into trucks while they're taking their children to school and stopping at gas stations. This is real, man. All right? We are an endangered species out here in our own land. And all these politicians and everybody talking this sweet talk. But are we really going to get the action that's needed? You know how we're going to get it? We have to step up. We have to step up. So I'm going to make a promise to myself, because a promise is a comfort to a fool. So if I'm going to fool myself, I'd rather fool myself than fool you. So I'm going to make a promise to myself that I'm going to, between the next week or two, all right, I'm going to work on the website. I'm going to set up the foundation. All right. I'm going to set up the foundation, and then I'm going to let everybody know when things are pretty much done. All right. I'm going to work on the trust. I'm going to work on the website. We have to have bylaws. We have to have our constitution. All that stuff is going to be worked on. All right. But like I said, I need y'all support. I can't do this alone. I have the vision. I have the insight, but one man is not a nation. Okay. One man is not an ocean of sand. All right. I can't do it alone. So I'm willing to play my part. The question is, are you willing to play your part? You see, when it's time to step up, and that's a lot of our people are notorious for that. They talk. When it's time to walk, you can't find them. They have all kinds of excuses. You feel me? We got to stop making excuses. We have to stop. Okay? Because, I mean, I can't say we're running out of time, because time doesn't exist. But how long are we going to persecute ourselves? Right? How long are we going to suffer? Do you know the etymology of suffer? What it means? To suffer means that the pain that you're going through, you are allowing it to happen because you're not doing anything about it. That's what suffer really means. Okay? So aren't we tired of suffering? When are we going to tell ourselves it's time to do something about it? Well, I'm saying it's time. The time is now. Okay? And we should model the Australians. We should model the Canadians. We organize, we come together, we organize, and we build, and we reach out to them. We create allies of indigenous people all around the world. Okay? Because the truth of the matter is, there's more people that's actually good in the world than bad. The only problem is the bad people got all the money and power, or they have the illusion of power, so to speak. But there's more good people in this world than bad. And I don't care what they look like, honestly. Okay? Because I see people who look like us, and they are our biggest enemies. Okay? Truth of the matter. Facts. So I'm not going to play the color game. The game has been played on everybody. All right? Everybody was miseducated. Everybody was lied to. All right? It doesn't mean that we should not be cautious, but I'm not going to go around here hating people. I'm not going to do that. That's not in my nature. And anybody who expects that from me, well, you're going to be disappointed. All right? Because I don't hate people. I'm not going to tolerate what people do to me. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not going to hate people. That's an emotion that I don't want in my system. All right? So with that being said, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a promise to myself. Every single day, I'm going to do something, all right? And do something towards building that, all right? And make that happen. And like I said, everything we do, we will work through that trust. There's enough of us that know enough to put our heads together. I don't know it all. I know a whole lot, don't get me wrong, but I don't know it all. And I never profess to know it all. Any man or woman who tell you that they know it all, stay away from them. They're very dangerous. Okay? They are very dangerous. Stay away from people like that. All right? So I'm definitely looking for people who are ripe and are willing to come together. I don't care if it's 5 of us that's going to start. I don't care if it's 10 of us that's going to start. And others will come in later. I don't care. All right? We need to come up with a board, all right, of people, a board of trustees, and we're going to start setting that up, and we're going to start working on our trust minutes, all right? We're going to set up some conference calls So with that being said, anybody who's interested, all right, send me an inbox, or I'm gonna put my email in the link in the description, okay? Or you know what? You can send me an inbox. That's fine. All right, send me an inbox and let me know, hey Chief, you know, I would love to be a part of, you know, the build, or I would love to be a part in, you know, I'm interested in working together and getting the land. All right, send me an inbox with your number, whatever it is. For some of you, I have your number already, but just let me know, and we'll start doing, you know, conference calls outside of Facebook, so we could start really setting up this foundation. All right, and that would be part of our trust minutes. We're gonna record it. All right, so because when you set up a trust, for your trust to be legit, you have to have trust minutes, right? So we're gonna set that up. Pardon me. So we're gonna set that up. Just send me an inbox with your information, and we'll definitely make this thing happen. All right, and we'll start, even if it's once a week, twice a week. I would try to shoot for twice a week, right? Where we could have conference calls outside of Facebook, so we could start building, all right, and start talking about making progress. I'm gonna call the people in North Carolina. I'm gonna set up, let them know I want to set up a viewing. All right, I want to go see the land in December, the 10 acres, and I'm looking forward to that. So if anybody's gonna be in the North Carolina area, or anybody feel they want to go with me, or whatever it is, man, you're more than welcome. All right. So we could coordinate that as well. If you want to meet me there, we could make it happen. If you're going to be in the New York area and you're around at that time in December, then we could link up, get a rental, and we'll go to North Carolina and go see the land. But the truth of the matter is, we got to do something now. Okay, we can't wait for next year. We can't wait for the next 2 years. We can't do that. All right, all that Christmas stuff, get that out of your vocabulary. You know what I'm saying? Let us focus on what we need to focus on. Let us put that fiat currency into something real, into something tangible. All right? It's that time. It's that serious, because things are about to get hectic. Real hectic. Okay? It's about to get hectic. I'm just going to put it that way. So we have to be proactive, and we have to do it now. All right? So I'm about to conclude the live. I'm glad I was able to finish it up without any interruptions, you know, the live, you know, cutting out. So I'm cool with that. So let me know how you guys feel about that. If you think, says my cousin has a lot of land on houses. She's my friend here. I did her last night. Okay, cool. That's what's up, Willie. You know what I mean? That's what's up. So family, let me know. Nova Scotia, reach out. I'm trying to make my people aware. All right, no doubt. We got Nova Scotia definitely in the building. That's what it is. Send me an inbox as well, James, and we could link up. Now, if that sounds good to you guys, now I'm just saying, all right, I'm not just a talker. As everybody could see, I like to do. So don't inbox me if you're not serious. Please don't waste my time, and don't waste your time. Okay? I'm being dead ass, all right? Don't waste my time, and don't waste your time. I'm looking for doers right now, not talkers. People who are serious, for real, for real. All right. So if that sounds good to you guys, man, let me see some love on this video. Let me see some love on this video. All right. Just show some love. All right. Let me know that, you know, at least the message is resonating with y'all, that it's time for us to do something. All right. It's time. Like, come on. We got to be the example that we want people to see. A lot of times, the reason why a lot of our families, okay, they are not taking us seriously is because we still struggling just like them. You feel me? So, pardon me. Right? So, it's like you being a mechanic, right? And you have a messed up car, but you want me to bring my car to you to fix it. I'm not going to do that. You can't even fix your car. So it's the same thing with our family. They see that you living with them, right? And you're still struggling to pay your bills. You know, you may not have a job. You're still hustling. You're still working. You got a job, right? And you telling them all these great things about, oh, we indigenous, we aborigines, and this is our land, and we ain't got to pay for this and ain't pay for that. But they're like, hold up, bruh. You paying bills. You still got student loans. What are you talking about? So they will never take us seriously. Our people don't do what we say. They do what we do. So it is time to do. Let us come together and start small. I think 10 acres is perfect. Okay? I mean, right now, you know, we are actually on 1.5, about 1.2 acres right now, right? And we could put at least 4 or 5 houses on where we at right now. So just imagine if we have 10 acres. 10 acres. Come on. We save 1 acre. All right. We save 1 acre to grow our food, and we have 9 acres to do housing. We could do earth homes. We could do all type of stuff. Come on. I see the vision, man. We could make this happen. So once we, you know, everybody's talking about this Black Wall Street. No, it wasn't Black Wall Street. It was indigenous people's Wall Street. Okay? Those were our ancestors. They just coined it Black Wall Street, but those are our ancestors. So we could do this again. We have done it before. So that 10 acres would be perfect. All right? So we could start and show our people that it's possible. Now, once they see the reality of it, now they will start believing what you're saying. But until then, it's just all talk. It's just all talk because we ain't doing nothing. So what I'm just saying is it's time. All right, so let me shut this down. I made my point. There's no sense for me to keep reiterating. All right, so I'm going to shut this down and drink some more tea because I'm still recuperating. But for those of you who, like I said, who are ripe and ready and have integrity, okay, you know yourself. Again, so don't play, because the ancestors right now, they're not playing no games. So don't come with no type of bad energy. Okay, if you know that your heart is not right, don't send me no emails, please, or don't send me no inbox. All right? If you don't have no integrity, don't do that. I don't want to deal with people like that. I don't want to deal with sideways people. I want to deal with straight out people. You know you're an American Aboriginal? Let's work on that. I don't want to hear the extra stuff, what it used to be called. I don't care about that. That's who I want to deal with. All right? So send me an inbox. Send me your number, your information, and next week we're going to have our first conference call outside of Facebook. We'll set that up sometime Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, or even Thursday. All right? We'll set up a conference call and we'll start laying the foundation, and that's where we're going to start having our trust minutes. All right? We'll have a secretary. We'll appoint a secretary to start taking notes, and then we'll start that way. All right, so let's make this happen. All right, I'm down. I'm ready to make it happen. So the rest is up to you. I have reached out. I planted the seed. Now it's up to you. So when you can't say nobody wants to do anything. All right, I'm letting you know, and I'm offering myself that I'm willing to play my part. All right, so I know how to do the administrative processes. So I will do that, and anybody who is able to assist, you know, once we start doing our calls, then we'll start doing it together. All right. So with that being said, thank you. I appreciate, love you guys for being a part of this build. We have a lot of work to do, and I know there's a lot of us, man, that have a lot of skills. You know what I'm saying? So it's time to put those skills together to work for us. All right. This entire nation, the entire world was built on our backs, and we have nothing to show for it. It is time we start building for ourselves. It's time to put ourselves first. First love is true love. Okay? We cannot love anybody else if we don't love ourselves. We cannot go save Africa if we can't save America. America is our home, and we got to save her first. Okay? We have to save her first before we go save anybody else. So let's work on us. Let's build us. All right? And then once we have done that, then we'll be able to work with everybody else. You feel me? And that's just my thoughts on that. Let's do us first. Okay? So thank you to each and every one of you for being a part of the build. I really appreciate that. Thank you. So enjoy the rest of your continuation. And like I said, for those of you who are ripe, integrity, okay, and you have a true, genuine love for our people, send me an inbox with your information. And then next week, Monday or Tuesday, whatever it is, I'm going to set up our first conference call outside of Facebook. All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get a Zoom account. I mean, I already have one, but you know, I'm going to pay for a subscription. I'm going to pay for a subscription. I'm not asking you to pay for anything because everything I've been doing, I'm the one who's paying for it anyway. All right. Everything I do for you, isn't that funny? Everything I do for you, I pay for it. When I take trips to go do research, I pay for it. So I do it. I don't care. The point I'm trying to make is I want everybody to see that Chief Kalanago is making an effort and he's not waiting on anybody else to do anything. So I'm going to pay for a subscription of Zoom. It's free. However, if you do a one-on-one, you could be on there for a very long time. But anytime it's more than 2 people, then they only give you 40-minute increments. 40-minute increments, right? So, but once you have a subscription, you could go as long as you can, and then you do have more people you could get on. So I think the subscription is $19 or $20 a month. I'll just put that on my credit card and let it be reoccurring. You know what I'm saying? So we'll definitely have a platform to do our conference calls every week and move forward and make something happen. I hope that sounds good to everybody. And with that being said, man, listen, it was great. I love you guys, and we'll talk a little later. It says saving America requires 20 million of us together. Not necessarily. It's not going to take 20 million of us. No, it's not. It's not even going to take 1 million of us. You feel me? Because when you have your computer, right? This is a machine. When you have your computer, does it take 20 million viruses to shut everything down? No. Sometimes it just takes one Trojan horse. One virus could shut your entire computer down. Okay? So it's not going to take 20 million of us to put a glitch in the matrix. You see, we're thinking in numbers. We're thinking quantity opposed to quality. You see? It's the type of virus that gets in your computer that shuts it down. So we don't need, yes, eventually the numbers will come, but we need right now, we need quality opposed to quantity, because you see, too many chefs spoil the soup. That's the problem, because you see, when you have too many people, everybody want to be a chief and nobody want to be an Indian. And I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with that. The ancestors give me a vision, and if that's not what you're about, then you can't be a part of that. Period. That's simple. We're not playing no games. We are going to have bylaws, and everybody got to have to, you know, stick to those bylaws. You feel me? But we will create those bylaws. I already have some things in place, but if we need to amend it, adjust it, we will. But the truth of the matter is, we don't need 10 million people. 1,000 of us could make a change. Believe that. It is the quantity, all right, and the quality. It's not the quantity, but it's the quality of the people. It's the integrity of the people. It's the intent of the people. 1,000 of us, all right, on our own land, on our own 10 acres, all right. I guarantee you, we could do so much with meditation. Our ancestors will be going buck wild. Okay? They're going to be doing the Indian dance on the clouds. I promise you that. Okay? They're just waiting for us to step up. I know. So we don't need 20 million. All we need is we need 300 people. That's all we need to start. 300. That's it. So that's all I'm just saying. Let's make it happen. All right? So I'll be waiting for your inboxes and looking forward to it. Love you guys, and we'll definitely talk soon. All right? Peace, love, harmony, and light.